As a brand, Kia has been on a recent roll with a lot of their new products. Now, one vehicle that needed a redesign was arguably the Kia Rio, their smallest, least expensive offering. I'm at the 2017 New York International Auto Show, and this is the all-new 2018 fourth generation Kia Rio. Let's take a first look. The previous generation Rio was definitely a huge style leader in this segment, not typically known for it. And you can see with this all-new fourth generation, it looks as if Kia may have toned it down a lot. I mean, you do have an updated version of the company's Tiger Nose grille, but the front to me just looks very Mitsubishi-like, a little bit like the current generation Mitsubishi Mirage. Not exactly a car you want to copy, but I mean, overall, it's a very clean design. You can still take your pick between the sedan and hatch body styles. This one is the sedan. It's a pretty blue color for sure, but the headlights, they're halogens. There's no LED daytime running lights, it looks like, and the front fascia definitely is very conservative. I like the projector fog lights, but overall you can tell that this is somewhat of an inexpensive car. That story pretty much continues as you go out through the rest of the side profile. There are three trims of this car, starting at the base LXS. This is the top of the line EX. You have these 15-inch alloy wheels, which are pretty class competitive in this segment. The old model offered 17s, which I didn't see Kia offering that at this moment. There's no SX trim at launch for this new car. Now, most models, lower trims will actually have rear drum brakes. This EX has 10.3-inch rear discs to go along with the 10 or 11.1-inch disc in the front. Now, at the back, the sedan model is actually a little bit longer than the old one. It's about 0.6 inches longer in overall length versus the previous generation. The sedan is roughly about a foot longer versus the hatchback, which is also a half inch longer. And you can see the taillights, they're pretty standard stuff here. They're not LEDs. There's no, rear exhaust tip. It's a very honest car, to be honest. It's kind of a car, it's a simple commuter car. It's inexpensive, but, Kia's definitely added that more mature design influence, giving us a more tamer design overall in the all-new Rio. A very honest car pretty much deserves a very honest powertrain, and Kia doesn't disappoint there. Under the hood, you're going to find a slightly revised version of the company's 1.6-liter Gamma four-cylinder. It still has direct injection. Kia says they've reprogrammed the tuning of this car, so it makes now 130 horsepower, down 8 horsepower versus the previous generation, 116 pound-feet of torque. That matches the output of the current Honda Fit. You can still take your pick between a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic. Fuel economy hasn't been announced yet, but of course, you could probably expect this car to target around 40 mpg when it does come to market. Interiors on recent Kias have been pretty class standard here, and it really shows in the all-new Rio. It's actually a surprisingly nice place to spend time. I really like the red accents that I'm seeing on this EX model. It's definitely a surprise. It makes this interior look a little bit more expensive than most of what you get in this subcompact class. The EX trim models only will get this big 7-inch floating LCD display. It does have Android Auto. It does have Apple CarPlay. I'm glad to see that there is leather in this car. There's a 6-way manual adjustable seat. There's a leather-wrapped steering wheel. The steering wheel by itself, by the way, feels nice in your hands, and you do get some, nice touches in here to kind of make you think that you bought a more expensive car. Now, the dash, surprisingly or unsurprisingly, is hard touch plastic, but the graining is nice. There's pretty much hard plastic everywhere, even on the door panel. So again, this is what you expect in the subcompact class. This is a sub, $18,000 car. So what can you really expect? There's also just manual climate control vents here, no automatic climate control, but no heated seats either. So that's something that I think the Ford Fiesta gives you. So it's interesting to see Kia, downgrading the overall premium features. I think the old model had a couple of niceties there. Now, one thing Kia did include is automatic emergency braking. You get that on the higher trims of this car, along with some other, driver assistance tech features that some of you, may like to see in this segment. Now, the all-new Rio should go on sale later this year with no pricing yet announced. The old one started at around like $15,000, so I wouldn't expect it to stray too far away when this vehicle does come to market. For Redline reviews at the 2017 New York International Auto Show, I'm Sofyan Bey.